I'll get that account, man.
Gone. You know, that's hey, yeah. Them Israelites over there, they was thinking that they were Greek gods coming in the flesh to them, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Acts 14:8. And there sat a certain man. I'm gonna start at 8. I'm gonna read down.
Go on.
And there sat a certain man at Lystra, impotent, and his feet being a cripple from his mother's womb, who never had walked. Salakia. The same heard Paul speak, who steadfastly beholding him, and perceiving that he had faith to be healed, said with a loud voice, Stand upright to thy feet. And he leaped and walked. And when the people saw what Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in the speech of Lysonia. See, they were speaking another
They were
language.
speaking the language that came from another land, man.
It says, the gods are come down to us in the likeness of men.
So they said that in their own language, because they were following Greek customs, man. So they prayed to Jupiter, they prayed to, what's the other god they said?
I'm going to read it.
Khan.
Salakia. The gods are come down to us in the likeness of men. And they called Barnabas Jupiter and Paul Mercurius because he was the chief speaker.
Hey, see? So these Israelites that were living back then in them lands, man, through their own language, you know what I'm saying? They saw these two men of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And they thought they was gods coming in the flesh, man.
Yep.
Gods not gods are they customs, man. The Greek customs.
Yep.
Which Jupiter is Zeus. I believe it was called Zeus to the Romans, right? You know, he was called Zeus to the Romans.
I'm going to read down. It says, Then the priest of Jupiter, which was before their city, brought oxen and garlands unto the gates, and would have done sacrifice with the people, which when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of, they rent their clothes and ran in among the people, crying out and saying, Sirs, why do you these things? We also are men of like passions with you.
Dumbass Jake, man. Dumbass Jake ready to worship men, man.
You think if Paul and Barnabas were talking to heathens, they would be concerned like that?
Exactly.
They would be like, those are heathens, man.
Exactly.
That's expected from heathens, man. It says, and saying, Sirs, why do you these things? We also are men of like passions with you, and preach unto you that ye should turn from these vanities unto the living power.
Yeah, man. He was telling them to turn away from them goddamn gods, man.
Did not Yahushua teach Paul himself? Right? So, did Yahushua tell Paul, look, now I'm going to put you up on a little secret, you know? Salvation is for the heathens too.
Yeah. That don't make no goddamn sense, man. There's no account on that, man.
It says, preach unto you that ye should turn from these vanities. Is all vain, man. All that Greek mythology, it's all vain, man. It's all vain, man. The true power of the heavens and earth is Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man.
Right, man.
Straight up.
You got our people into that Greek shit now, man. Into that in them schools, man.
Yeah, pushing all that Scientology, pushing all that the gods, and these rappers, they believe all that shit, man.
Exactly.
They believe in gods.
They follow that, man.
Yep.
They pray to the Baphomet.
Yep. And a lot of celebrities are into that Scientology bullshit, man.
Yep. And I just saw a video on Scientology, and that shit crazy, man. They were talking about they hold you hostage.
Yeah, I've seen the same video, bro. I've seen the same video.
If you try to join that church, they won't let you off church grounds.
Yep.
They torture you, they beat your ass, man.
Hey, and who was heavy into it, man?
That dumbass.
John Travolta, man.
And Tom Cruise.
Which is a Jake, man.
Exactly, man.
What does that prove to you, man? That proves that Jake is caught into all that shit, man.
Hey, but they only put celebrities up there, man, so that they can promote that stuff, man. Because that very same video said they pamper these dudes.
Yeah, man.
These Scientologist celebrities, man. They treat them like princes, man. Like men of royalty. So they don't get tortured or whipped, man.
Yeah,
there was this Edomite bitch crying, man, because they forbidden her son from ever talking to her again, man, when she left the Church of Scientology, man. And that nigga died, and they didn't even let him see it. They didn't even let that bitch see his body, man.
Try to say it was his choice, man.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, bro.
I got a precept.
Like you give me a Hosea first chapter.
Come. This is I'm gonna start at it's Acts 21, and I'm gonna start at 34. And some cried one thing, some another among the multitude, and when he could not know the certainty for the tumult, he commanded him to be carried into the castle. That's like, you know, the chief centurion. And when he came upon the stairs, so it was that he was born of the soldiers for the violence of the people. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, "Away with him!" And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, "May I speak unto thee?" Who said, "Canst thou speak Greek? Art not thou that Egyptian?" And that proves that Paul was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, man.
Exactly.
Because how the hell could he be a cracker and be mistaken for an Egyptian, man?
Can't. How was it that exactly, man? Paul would have not been. Egyptians were dark-skinned people, man. Real dark-skinned people, man. And this dude asked him if isn't he that Egyptian, man? So that proves, man, that the Israelites are dark-skinned people, man.
Yep. Hey, Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian, man. I mean, not Paul, Salakia. Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. Moses, man.
Yeah, I was shy too.
Yep, he fled into Egypt, man.
Exactly, man. His family too, man. Mary and Joseph, you know, they were
dark skinned.
Exactly, man.
It says, "Art not thou that Egyptian which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?" But Paul said, "I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city."
And so that's not Israel. He wasn't born in Israel. He was a Jew born. Hey, read that again, man.
But Paul said, "I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus."
He's a Jew of Tarsus, man. Not of Israel. He was not born in Israel, man.
I got you right here, bro. Romans 11:1. I say then, never mind. I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? Most High forbid.
The Most High has not cast away Israel, man.
And he's writing this to the Romans. And if Romans were Edomites, why would he be writing this? Why would he be writing this to the Romans, man?
Why would he ask the Romans if they? All right, so if before it was all about Israel and now Edomites can make it, why the hell would he tell the Romans has God cast away our people, man?
Why would he quote Esau have I hated?
Exactly.
Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated.
Exactly.
In Romans the 9th chapter, man.
And Esau is the father of the so-called white men. Who were the Greeks and the Romans, man?
You don't think Paul knew that? You don't think Paul didn't know who the Edomites were, man?
Exactly, man. He knew that the men that he was speaking to were Israelites, you know?
Yeah, man.
And he knew who was it, because he himself wrote that the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, man. So it's all spiritual, man. So you know Paul was a spiritual man.
In James it said, man, to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, man.
Hey, can you get that real quick? Why would James say that if the New Testament is for white people too, man?
Or for everybody.
Or
man.
for everybody.
God so loved the world, right?
People don't even understand that, man. That world is talking about the world of Israel, man.
Yeah, man. James 1:1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahweh Shai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Yeah, a servant of the Most High, the Father, and Yahweh Shai, the Son, to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, man. And then we just read that the 12 tribes is going to be scattered abroad according to the curses, man. You know? So these these letters was written to the Israelites, man, to the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
And there's a video circling around on YouTube, man. And when these Edomites, 2 Edomites talking about it, man. Even they knew that Israel was only for
Seen that
Israel.
video,
I mean,
yeah.
that Paul was for Israelites,
Exactly.
man.
They said it makes no. They said the Bible is from beginning to end about Israelites, man. You know, and there's no other way to understand it anyway, man.
Going back to Romans, Lucky. It says Romans 11:1. I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
And so why would Paul have to get that specific, man? That he also because at that time, man, at that time it was on if you wasn't a Jew, if you wasn't calling yourself a Jew, that was calling you the uncircumcised, man. You know? And Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. He wasn't even of Judah, man. You know? But he got specific there, man. He said he too is an Israelite. The Most High has not cast away his people, man. The 12 tribes, man.
I got a precept. Philippians 3:5. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law of Pharisee, man.
Yeah,
So you don't think Paul knew the law, man?
Exactly. Hey, what's that, is it Acts?
I'll finish on in Acts 21:39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia. Do you have the photos on the back of your sword? You didn't have to lose that scripture.
No, I hadn't even found it.
Do you have the one of Paul?
No, I don't have all that. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Paul's journey.
Paul's journey. See where Cilicia is. Yeah, she showed to the camera. Now, tell me if that's in Jerusalem or not, man.
Right here, man.
So you think Paul was just the only Israelite that lived right there, man? The only one, man. Why would he write to heathens and constantly talk about the history of Israel, man?
Yeah, man.
Why would he do that, man? I'm gonna finish this off. Acts 21:39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. And when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue. You know, saying, Khan. That's basically it on that, man. I got another precept though. You know what scripture you looking for?
But anyway, just the point I was trying to make is that Paul would teach the law, man, and then preach Yahweh Shai too, man. But he'll read the law he'll read the law, man.
Yep.
You have any idea what that scripture is, man?
Now I have to look for it.
That was Acts 22nd chapter. But Paul would teach the law, man. And the law was given to the Israelites, man, according to Leviticus.
Yep, I'll read it here, man.
Yeah, you got it in Psalms?
Yep. Psalms 147:19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation.
Exactly.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Yeah, man. He taught the law and statutes and commandments to Israelites, man.
So you don't think Paul read the book of Isaiah, man, the 40th chapter? You don't think Paul read in the book of Esdras, man? The second Esdras 6th chapter, man?
Exactly.
You think he just skipped over that book? Or that chapter, man? I got a precept. You have a precept?
Yeah, just you get your precept when it comes to Hosea, the first chapter.